Raj, the Process CEO. Today I'm going to go over the fields that you absolutely must collect from each client if you are a home service business owner and you want to grow your business. We use Jobber. We're an exterior cleaning company. We're based in Freehold, New Jersey, and we have been using Jobber for, I want to say, about 7 or 8 years now. And it doesn't matter what CRM you're using, or even if you haven't gotten a CRM just yet. These are things to set yourself up for success so that when you do get enough clients and you're ready to launch into a CRM, which I highly recommend right off the bat. But if you feel like you need to wait, you can collect this data in Excel spreadsheets or, however you're communicating with your clients, you just have to capture this data. I'm going to go ahead and just quickly show you the fields that we use. And then I'm also going to provide you at the end of this video with a checklist so that you know exactly what you need to collect. Please make sure to hit the subscribe and like button and also leave a comment below, because the more traction that I gain on these YouTube videos, the more free content I can spit out to really help entrepreneurs in the home service space. So to get started, you have to collect the client's first name and last name. For reportability purposes and marketing purposes, if this is commercial work, which is really community work, parking garages, buildings, anything like that, even like multifamily, like condos and apartments, we put that under commercial, then we would log it as a company name. And we put the first and last name of the property manager or who we're communicating with, but we put in the property name and we check the box, use company name as the primary name. But for residential customers, you're going to put the first and last name. You're going to put in the phone number and what type of number it is. I like to be very specific. Whether or not they receive text messages, we default everybody to yes. We do have disclaimers for that. So it's important that the customers do know that they are opting in for text messages. The best email address for their proposal. You will have some clients who say, I'm not giving you an email address, or I'm not giving you this information. We are at the point in our business that we say, without this information, I can't create a client profile for you. So it is mandatory that we collect all of these data fields. The property address that we're servicing, and then, the billing address, if it's separate than the property address. The tax rate is set up by default. And then automated notifications are on default. You can disregard those. I created some custom fields here, and I think you should too, in your CRM or in your Jobber. We have, is it a commercial or residential project? Because we have targets as to how much we want to do in commercial each year versus how much we want to do in residential. So basically, any field that you're putting into a client profile, you're putting it in because you want it to be a reportable field. Don't clutter this by adding fields that you don't need to report on. If you don't need to report on something, there's another way of logging it. I wouldn't recommend cluttering this. For you, your staff, your admin, whoever's entering this information, should be just mandatory reportable data. Commercial and residential, who the sales rep is. You want to know who did the sale. You might be the person doing the quotes yourself. As a business owner, that's fine. Put your name in here. Because again, if you're thinking about growth in the future, you have to set yourself up to be able to grow. So you don't have to make these changes down the line. The lead source. This is probably your most important field. How did they find you? Anything that you spend money on should be a lead source. And that way you can track your market spend. So if you put money into lawn signs, you have to have lawn signs as a lead source. If you put money into a magazine, like a little ad in a magazine, that should go in as a lead source, and which magazine it was. So keep it simple. Don't get too crazy with the categories, but if you spent money on it, it has to be as a lead source so that you can dump it in a month or two if it didn't generate any revenue. Again, this is all reportable data. Our phone calls okay. We send out voicemail bombs. So I put that in case a customer calls and says, I don't want to get phone calls from you guys, or I can just uncheck that. We are linked to Responsibid. So that's just a default. We don't have to touch that. We don't have to touch that. and new client year, because we track how many clients, how many new customers we get each year versus how many returning customers we get. So I have new client year here too. That is all of the data that you need. I recommend Jobber in the home service space because I love it. I like the reports. Any issues that I've had, I've been able to work around or work with them on it. If you do not have a CRM and you are interested in one, I am able to give you a 2-week free trial plus my discount. So you can check out the comments below because I'll have that link down there. Just remember that no matter where you are in your stage of business as a home service business owner, you have to start out very strategic to prepare yourself for the next step. So this is to try and help you get ahead of it. I hope this helps. There's a checklist below for you guys, as well as a link to my Jobber free trial and the discount. Please comment if you like this and about what other content you want from me, so that I can keep building my content up. And please hit the subscribe button because it's going to really help me help you. Thanks so much.